Cleveland Cooks continues our partnership with Ohio Pork, and we have a guy who loves to cook with Ohio Pork, Chef Rocco Whalen from Fahrenheit. We're the brand new Fahrenheit in Public Square. Tell me why you guys love to work so much with pork. I mean, I know beef short ribs are your signature dish, but you cook a lot with pork here.
I mean, I think the versatility is great. The flavoring, Ohio Pork does really great with high school football, pork, corn, tomatoes.
Yeah.
But in general, I want to support as local as possible. You know, and that means more than just buying goods, shaking farmers' hands, understanding where the pork comes from. But at Cleveland Cooks, you bring delicious. I'm here for delicious. So we're going to do a nice little fun little dish that I think you can do this time of year. You know, we're going into season, and if it's spring or fall, it doesn't matter. But I've got a little bit of julienne pork. This is nice pork, Ohio, of course. It's just as cost-effective as chicken. It's just even better and more cost-effective than beef. So it's like an alternative to what we're doing. And so, Jen, I've got a little bit of pork, and I'm just going to take it and scrape it off the paper. Again, if you're working with pork, let's use gloves.
Sure.
And if you're not working or willing to use gloves, I've got some nice paper that's just going to go bye-bye as soon as I'm done with it. And I've got a little ginger, garlic, and chilies.
I wondered what was on this.
You wonder. You're the one who gets all the secrets from all the best chefs in town. So I'm just going to go ahead and marinate the ginger, garlic, and chilies just a little bit with our pork. A little bit of salt.
That's a nice little trick to have it on the tip of the spoon, though, right?
It is. You don't have to touch it.
Yeah.
Lexi and I love each other so much, but there's probably 82% of the times I come home, I smell like garlic or ginger
or something,
or
right?
shrimp or tuna. So, okay, so we have our pork. We're going to take a little bit of our flour dredge. You got to do something when you're frying pork or crispy frying pork, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to make little lettuce cups with this. But,
how fun. Yeah, look
so
how
we've
beautiful
got
this is.
our pork that we're going to make sure we're not cross-contaminating anything. And make sure we're very careful with this. We're just going to do a little bit of flour over the top. And this
you can really smell that ginger too. It hasn't even opened up with the heat yet.
All-purpose flour, and then what we're going to do is just going to dredge it around a little bit. Again, important at home. If you got the kids, take them downstairs or have them, with hubby or something to watch for a minute. We want to make sure that this is nice and coated. We don't want to touch it with our hands. Again, it's one of those things you want to be real careful of.
Sure.
Okay, take it over here. Just gonna. For the magic of TV.
Okay.
Yeah. Gonna shake off the excess, and we're gonna go ahead right into our fryer basket.
So tell us why the shaking the excess off is important, so you don't have too much on.
You don't want to have an overly coated layer. It's like chicken tenders have a nice thin layer on them. Same thing with pork. So we want to make sure that it's a nice thin layer. We're gonna stretch it out. We're gonna come back here to the fun zone. It consists of all sorts of ingredients that make things happen. So. I think when you have a lettuce wrap, Jen, you got to have some cucumbers. So I've got some cucumbers
crunchy,
and carrots.
crispy.
Crunchy, crispy, colorful.
Yes.
So we're going to go and lay those right in there. Behind you and over our shoulder, you hear that sizzle of the pork just doing its thing. It's a wonderful thing. Also,
does this have a little rice wine vinegar on it, or what is it?
It's got some vinegar, of course. You know, Cleveland does pork well, does things well with meat and potatoes, does pickles and brines, and ferments really well.
That's a good point.
Cleveland kraut, Michael's pop mustard now, over in Old Brooklyn. So again, nothing does pork justice like vinegar. It's that yin to the yang, that fattiness with that acidity. I love a little mint too, Jen. We're really authentic with what we do with our flavors here.
And is this pickled ginger, or what is this here?
That's pickled ginger or gari. Yep. So we see our pork's coming alive. We're just going to give it a little magic shake. So about 90 seconds, and if you're at home, go ahead and fill up a pan with a little bit of oil, and you can pan fry this. Or you can simply just saute it with no flour at all, and take the whole Chef Rocco Cleveland Cooks fryer method out of the loop. But doing it at home is a fun way too.
Well, you can also air fry it too. I mean, some people are very into their air fryers,
so glad that you brought that up. Air fryers are so awesome and popular. And not just that, they are healthier. They take away some of those saturated fats. You know, when I was in Tremont for 22 years, we had one paper towel roaster, Jen. Now we have them everywhere. So
that's the luxury of the new Fahrenheit?
No, it's about living your dream, building your empire, but also having a good time and making sure that you have all the things that you necessarily need.
Touching that straight out of the fryer. Please be careful.
Come on, little salt, little pepper.
The beautiful golden brown, and it's nice. Those are nice kind of bite-sized pieces.
Yeah, and then, again, pork, it's not just the alternative or the option. Look how beautiful you can plate it. It stands up to things. You're going to get the crispy crunchiness of the vegetables and the lettuce and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So here's the deal. I promote interesting, tasty for a living. This is an absolutely interesting and tasty version of something you see with chicken, with beef, but pork
Why not do
the
it with pork?
alternative? And the awesomeness is
Smells
just
amazing.
spectacular. So you have, again, that crunchy pork, that mint, the pickled carrots and vegetables, and then Jen, of course, kiss it with a little bit of dark or sweet soy. That's just a little vinaigrette. Again, besides the flour, the dredge, you can do this without, we're talking very limited amount of calories and carbohydrates if it's not dredged.
What a flavor punch this is without going too extreme on, like you said, with the calories. You could go gluten free if you didn't coat it. That looks so pretty.
Beautiful.
It is
Crunchy, and look, we promote shareables, we promote snacks. You and I are watching football on Sunday with the family. These can go right up on the bar.
I don't want to share those though.
Set them out though. They're not going to go. The pork. Big time deal with pork, 145 and above.
Yes.
We're looking for that temperature because that is the taste profile temperature that I want everybody to remember at home, 145. So
that's the
fantastic,
optimum.
Beautiful starter.
Thank you.
We're here for more.
All right, Rocco, I'm going to try this.
I think you're going to love it.
I know I'm going to love
Crispy,
it.
crunchy pork. Again, 145 at home.
Look at that.
The alternative is the amazing, the mint, the crunchiness.
Oh, that's really, really good. So easy to eat. Yum. Did I make a mess?
No, you never make a mess, Jen, and I'm here to clean up your
I'm
mess.
such a lady when I eat. This is so good. All right, for more ideas, Carol.
I got it.
For more ideas with pork, you can go to ohpork.org.